Last video was the first time a racer did indeed clinch a tournament win, what we could call an assist. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan, and recounting that moment is so wonderful. 3 vehicles pushed one overturned, unmoving vehicle across the line, to which that one, an Acura, by the way, won finalist spot. It's unbelievable. It's just the nonsense that arises when you add the hill into the equation. And then we got a new set of 4 cars here, one of them looking very slow. I think it's that McLaren, that golden McLaren. Very flashy, very beautiful out there on the track, but not bringing the speed so far. Flip off there from the Pontiac, push from the Lucid Air. There are bunched together and barely getting through the spiral here. How will they face the final hill? They speed up finally, and the Lucid Air gets a lead on the far side, and he's going to start strong. 15.4. As you can tell, not the fastest group so far. Let's get back into this one. That was one of the cleaner hill transitions we've seen. No cars spun around, overturned, left the track, left each other, bounced on top of each other, and somehow ended up roadblocking and not moving. That was pretty clean. And the Lucid Air saw a nice line. He too. 5 points for Lucid Air, falling behind that Pontiac, and then the Audi, the red one, the Tron, with 2 points, and McLaren there with just 1. Let's see how they roll out. Looks like the Pontiac is our fastest vehicle in the single-lane session, and is thriving here. Just struggled when he nicked into the back straight in the previous heat there. Does okay here, bounces off a couple walls, starts to straighten out. How does he get into the curves here? Ooh, wiggly. He gets a little slower. Big jump, and he's flat. So is the Tron and the Lucid Air in that order. McLaren, I don't see him. There he is. 14.4, so actually not a bad time. The fastest time is 13.7660, and someone corrected me that it wasn't 7660 but 7663 in the previous tournament as the last 4 decimals, 18.7663. How could I forget, right? But I did, right after the tournament over. Heat 3. Heat 3 and rolling. Here we go. Near side, we got the Pontiac jumping out. Early lead here, already a few lengths ahead. I mean, and he's got an inside line here in the first turn, so this could be big for him to put another 5 on the board. Lucid Air just doesn't really have the speed. He just has to be smarter in the back straight area. Let's see, he'll have the curve here, bounces through, turns a little bit, straightens out, here comes the curve, round he goes. Big gap between the two of them. Tron trying to fight his way back to second. Jumps. Ooh, almost nosedives. Lucid Air is fine. On the side, 2 wheels bumped across. 14.3. McLaren has DNF'd, and that's our first DNF of the day. Tron. And he managed that time only 2 points, so he might struggle here. He still has a chance to move on, though. Look at the Lucid Air there. Keeping that momentum going with 2 wheels completely off the track. That's it's tough to do, but I mean, it's based on hope. You get stuck like that, any car knows that the car behind him might not be able to sort himself out and make adjustments for that mistake, and well, he was right there. Roll him out again. Pontiac out in front a couple lengths. Here comes the Lucid Air whipping around the far side. What about Tron there looking for second place? If he gets first, it's looking good for him to grab an advancement. How is he going to take the turn? Lucid Air trying to fight his way to second. Can't get there. Pontiac way out in front. If he has a mistake, though, this could be troublesome. This could be a record here. Big jump. Oh, 2 wheels for a second. And he'll find the finish and set a record. 13.6518. And the Lucid Air will also be advancing. McLaren no better than 4th place the whole time. Beautiful car, but not beautiful speed. Pontiac. What a wonderful finish. And the 2-wheel skid at the end. The little wheelie there. Did you see that? I mean, that was maybe a little showboating. 13.6518. Great record. At least remember the 13.65 part. I feel like it's going to be hard to break that one. I'm not foreseeing many 13.5s. And those two do advance, as we anticipated. And we have the next set of 4. Ooh, an interesting set of 4 here. We got a Bugatti, we got a Mustang, we got a Batmobile, and an Aston Martin. Good spread of cars here. And depends on how they're speeding. The Batmobile looking slow through the wide lane section here. I mean, the wide turns. The single lane not good for him. Aston Martin bumping into the place. Turns around, and we got a lot of turning from the Mustang. Can't right himself. They spin through the spirals here. Aston Martin roadblock for a second, maybe big roadblock, and the Bugatti tries to push around the way. Aston Martin zigs and zags, and he'll finish at 17 seconds. Batmobile somehow arises to 3rd. The Dark Knight swoops in because every other car was in cruise control. I mean, this was messy. They were all super slow, and it just blows by. Where was that speed earlier on in the race? 5 for the Aston Martin. That was tough on him. He spun around a lot when he transitioned into the wide section. Couldn't get control, and it was kind of messy from there. He barely hung on. It was just sheer strength and a few lucky nose blocks that kept him in the game. Bugatti stretching out, looking to take the lead here in the single lane section, make it easier down the back stretches. Bugatti darts in nice and hits off 2 walls, maybe 3 and 4, but he straightens out. He's fast here. Oh, stuck on the track there. We got the Mustang, and here comes the Aston Martin with some speed. Big jump, and it's going to end this way. Bugatti was smart and fast. Not too bad. Somehow Mustang recovers, and Batmobile finishes last. How he gained all that. I know the spiral's quite a long way down, but he was almost stopped at the top there. Think about that. Hard to say. Aston Martin and the Bugatti are tied. But we head to Heat 3 here. You see they are numbered? Did you notice that? They're all numbered. 11, 12, but also 43 and 44, I believe. They're splitting into 2 groups. They're kind of picking from different parts of the groups. So they get all the different numbers racing together. Bugatti slips in right in front of the Aston Martin. They spin. Here comes the Mustang pushing by up by a length. And Aston Martin is backwards. Bugatti is very fast here. Big jump for him. Maintains control and will get first. That was smart right there. Did you notice that? The Bugatti did not go for a large airtime jump off the hill. Actually kept wheels down on the hill basically the whole time. That's a big one. That's a big W. Call it for the Bugatti. Smart play. 14-5. Let's see where it goes from here. 13 points and 10 points. Bugatti's kind of sealed it, I think, here. And Aston Martin has to fight for every last point. It's hard to see. I think the Mustang might have... No, I think the Mustang might be out of it. 6 points to the Aston Martin's 10. It would be just very lucky. That'd be DNFs all over the place here. Aston Martin pushing the first place here, trying to even it out with the Bugatti. Slips in. Nice. Right in front of the Bugatti, zigging and zagging. They look for lines, can't find them. And on the spiral they go. Bugatti on the tail, drafting. Can he find length across? Aston Martin, odd roadblock. They're nose blocked. They're stopped on the track. Here comes the Mustang to take the win, but it's not enough. The Aston Martin will cross and move on. And the Batmobile is going to not finish here. And it's just the way it goes. A lot of commotion here. Mustang really took advantage of an opportunity. I think the tough part is the Mustang made great hay while the sun shone, but too late. Aston Martin moving on with the Bugatti, but they're deserved. They're the fastest two, definitely. Finals. Heat 1, and we got our Lucid Air and Pontiac back. I'm not really sure how the Pontiac's going to fare against the Bugatti. Right now, pretty good, out of length already. Aston Martin on the far side there, had a lead for a second, losing it as the Pontiac takes to the inside line and screams ahead here by a few lengths. Bugatti fighting his way back in, and he takes the lead through the turn, up by a length. They bounce into the wide section. They're actually nice and straight here. Pontiac gets pushed aside. He's going to be overtaken. Bugatti, it's a whole pack of them leading the line, and they skip. Pontiac almost leaves the track, and the Aston Martin on the far side does not win, but looked like he did. I really looked like he had it, and then I think he slipped back. Bugatti, I believe, had the nose here. They're not even going to show that, but I was right. Bugatti has the nose. I think it was a little clearer to see than you might think. I just was caught up in that excitement. Aston Martin about an inch behind. Well, I mean, not really. Really like a millimeter behind. And the Pontiac, well, I mean, just got unlucky there, I'd say. A lot of cars were at similar speeds here, so they're all present when they needed to be, and it just became a mess of vehicles. Anything could happen. Bugatti, far side, lead for a second. Aston Martin bounces in, they bounce together. Aston Martin takes the lead, goes for nose block for a second, straightens out. Around the curve they go. Aston Martin leading the pack this time. Bugatti finds the lane to the outside, and he's going to take this one as well. Man, that was a flurry right there, but through the hill, again, Aston Martin left that lane open, and because of that previous nose blocking, I think lost some momentum and wasn't able to speed up for it. So the Bugatti, if he wins another one, he sealed it. Keep your head in the game here. Pretty much saying that to everyone, but most importantly, the non-Bugatti cars. Lucid Air is kind of out of it here. Pontiac, I don't think really has a chance, but I guess could win two here and get lucky. It's really looking at the Aston Martin, see what he's going to do. Got to speed up here. Needs to take this inside line and make work of it. Does. Pontiac, big lead. Bugatti slips right in. Great nose block momentum shift. How is he going to do drafting at the Pontiac here? Big hill jump. Any mistakes? Lucid Air's in there on the side. Aston Martin's behind. And I think he might have beat out the Lucid Air, but I believe the Pontiac has put himself in a possible win position. We'll see. Question is, how is this last race going to go? Heat 4. Let's take a look at some points here and try to figure it out. We got about 9 points there for the Pontiac. Well, we do have exactly 9 points for the Pontiac. Bugatti there with 13. Aston Martin there with 8. So Pontiac's the only one with a chance, but it's a very slim chance. I mean, Pontiac is getting an early lead, but Bugatti would have to DNF here or get last place somehow. And he's right now looking good, but slips down to third, loses speed. Lucid Air nowhere to be seen. Pontiac pushing for first place. I think he will get the first here. Oh no, he turns for a second. So does the Aston Martin. Bugatti pushes past and he's shoved forward across, and that's it. He's going to win. He, well, had a little bit of a scare there, but the Lucid Air kind of helped him out. Look through it, and it all kind of converged in that last few lengths. And the Bugatti was kind of ricocheted forward. And even though the Pontiac had a good last two races, it wasn't good in the front half. That will do it. Well done, Bugatti. 16 points. Moving on with that Acura and the Toyota Sprinter. A good set of 3 here for the finals, and we'll see you next time on Races and Fun.